In Washington, a storm is brewing inside the Republican Party. As Trump brushes off America's affordability crisis, silent rebellion is taking shape. Red flags are everywhere, and some in the GOP are whispering the unthinkable. Is a quiet coup already underway? Republican unease is deepening in Washington, as lawmakers, strategists, and aides privately, and increasingly publicly, voice concern over President Donald Trump's response to America's affordability crisis. The pushback, still cautious but growing more vocal, reflects a party wrestling with political headwinds and asking an uncomfortable question. Could Trump come to regret running for a second term? The anxiety is rooted in soaring cost of living pressures, which voters cited across this year's elections. Many Republicans insist the crisis was inherited from President Joe Biden, but there is a widening acknowledgement that their own strategy has faltered and that Trump's dismissive rhetoric is making matters worse.
If we don't do that, we would be morons, because the economy is very much on people's minds. Democrats failed to really hammer the economy, and it cost them the election. If we as Republicans fail to do the same, it wouldn't surprise me if we had a similar turnout.
Nearly 24 Republican senators, House members, and strategists told NBC News they fear the party lacks a coherent plan and that Trump's approach risks eroding their already narrow majorities. Several said they have privately warned congressional leaders and even the White House. The concerns intensified after Trump dismissed affordability as a Democratic hoax, a comment that allies say frustrated many within the GOP who want the president to acknowledge voters' economic anxieties. Some of Trump's most loyal supporters have turned critical. Senator Josh Hawley said Republicans must deliver tangible relief rather than rely on messaging alone.
People aren't dumb. They know when they go to the grocery store what it costs and what it doesn't. They know what their rent costs, and they can't afford it. And they know that. So we've got to deliver.
Others have taken their complaints directly to Trump. Representative Jeff Van Drew raised healthcare costs during a recent call, warning that prices are set to spike if Congress fails to act by year's end. That private alarm mirrors a broader pattern: quiet resistance from within the party, aimed at nudging Trump toward a more disciplined domestic agenda. Even Representative Marjorie Taylor Greene, once one of Trump's staunchest allies, has broken sharply with him, accusing the president of focusing too heavily on foreign policy at the expense of Americans' daily struggles. Her very public frustration culminated in her announcement that she will resign from Congress next month. Behind the scenes, Republicans are also rattled by Trump's weakening political standing. His approval rating slipped to 36% in the latest Gallup poll, the lowest of his second term, with sharp declines among Republicans and independents. His handling of the economy stands at the same 36%. Representative Don Bacon, who represents a swing district, put it bluntly.
I think there's red flags, and our party should take that threat serious.
A bruising special election in Tennessee, where a Republican held a seat by just 9 points in a district Trump won by 22, has added to fears that affordability could define the midterms and punish the GOP. The quiet rebellion unfolding within Republican ranks suggests a deeper worry. If Trump cannot address the cost of living crisis, or refuses to, the political blowback could fall squarely on him. Some are asking whether the president, now facing rare dissent from within, will soon wish he had not sought a second term at all.